some physical exercise, then you should maybe skip because you are too tired and you have not enough energy to do so. But Qigong practice is different than physical exercise. It's not like consume more energy, like your daily activity needs a lot of energy, especially when you do physical exercise. But Qigong practice will not consume that much energy. Okay, if you do it right, it will also replenish energy to your body. So Qigong practice will not only do not consume that much energy, it will also replenish energy for you. So when you feel tired, you cannot, you don't like to do anything, just trying to relax or just want to lie down and then have a rest. What I want to say is, as long as you are conscious about what you're doing, you're still conscious. If you feel dizzy, if you feel I just want to sleep, then go sleep. But if you just you know what you are doing, you're conscious. When you close your eyes, you're not just falling asleep. Okay, you can still do Qigong practice. Just take it slow, breathe, follow the routine, and you will feel your energy will gradually replenish, and you'll feel more and more energetic. So try it. Don't skip it. Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's a good point. From my own experience, I can share with you, Master Dai. So I notice I do sometimes feel tired, especially before my period and also during period, right? And then I tend to feel more sleepy in those days. But like you said, I still get up, in the morning and to do my morning Qigong practice. And actually, I found that after the practice, I feel more energetic. And then the impact of some, the biological impact, it will get less, severe than it used to be. So I do think you're right. The Qigong practice can actually boost our energy. So yeah, by all means, we shall, continue doing our Qigong practice, especially when in those days when we feel tired and because everybody goes through some, situations, and then maybe it's because of work, maybe because of life situations, and maybe some biological things happen, like for women during some special period time, and then you feel tired. And then the good thing is Qigong still can help in every such situation and boost their energy. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, for other physical exercise, your body will get used to certain pattern when you continue to do something, right? So when you do physical exercise, your bodies get used to consume energy, consume a lot of energy to you're sweating, you feel something, you do a massive exercise, your body will get used to that situation. But when you do Qigong practice, your body actually get used to be relaxed, and it's absorbing energy. Qigong practice is doing this. So when you do more and more, your body will get used to this kind of condition, this kind of situation. So which one you think your body will help your body to continue get energy throughout the day if it get used to certain pattern? So when you do more and more Qigong practice, your body and your energy will get used to this kind of absorb energy inward. So when you not even practice Qigong, your body will continue doing so. So you will get less and less feel tired. You will more and more feel energetic.
That's great. It's a great point. I think the big difference between exercises, fitness exercise, and the Qigong practice is Qigong practice is really can boost and enhance our life energy. And while some of the fitness exercise, especially those very intensive exercises, will exhaust lots of qi, and then that's why we often feel tired after the fitness workout, right? So especially, I think after mid-age, and then everybody, should avoid doing too much intensive fitness exercise. Instead, we should do more qigong practice to harnessing, to gather more life energy.
Exactly. Just like you said, during our life, actually, we have certain different sections. When you were young, you should do a lot of physical exercise and be doing that extensive exercise to let your body to grow to its maximum capacity, right? But when you go past 40 years old, then you need to do something different than when you were young. So, but when you grow, even like say age, certain age, you need to conserve like your energy, preserve your energy. Do not consume energy too much. It's different because your body, the function of your body needs more energy.
Exactly. That's good. Okay, so now let me continue with the second question. Let me see. Okay, this one. It says, I noticed some qigong forms emphasize on breathing. So they incorporate, breathing into the qigong practice. But some qigong form don't. For example, for practicing Qi and Qigong doesn't even talk about breathing. So what is right? Focusing on breathing or not focusing on breathing?
There is no right or wrong, just different focus for different form. But I notice a lot of form, they start with adjust your breathing during practice, especially those certain yoga practice, certain qigong practice, like Tai Chi. They all let you to cooperate your breathe with your movement. But our preparatory practice also require you to adjust your breath, to align your breath with your movement. So when you are like a beginner qigong practice, you should do that to align your breath with your movement. It will help you to relax your body, also help you to be concentrated during the practice. So when you breathe, you focus your breathing, and with the breathing, you do the movement, so you will be more concentrated and more relaxed. But when you be advanced during qigong journey, so more and more we will pay less attention to breathing, because we practice qi, and qi is not the air. A lot of people, maybe certain people, they do not understand what is qi, and they mistaken air like qi. Although in Chinese, we write qi is the same character of the air we breathe, but it is different. Different thing, totally different thing. And qi is different energies, finer and more subtle than the air. So when we practice qi, we should concentrate on this energy, not other aspect like the breathing. So in the beginning, we pay attention to beginning to help us to be relaxed. When you practice more, now we shift our attention to qi. Then we need to do not want to be distracted when we practice. So even when you during your practice you breathe, it's also will draw your attention, be distracted if we always pay attention to our breathing. So when we practice qigong, we will more focus on the empty space, the qi movement. So we pay less attention to the breathing movement. This is why in certain form, we do not emphasize to breathing. We want you to focus more on Qi itself.
But does that mean that when we are into a little bit deeper level of Qigong practice, we don't breathe at all, or like how to tell?
You will, yeah, you will. Some people or some practitioner will experience that when you practice more advanced Qigong into a certain state, your breathing will become less and less significant. You will feel less of your breathing. It will not become more obvious. Like you're running, your breathing is getting heavier and heavier, right? So when you practice, actually, your breathing will become become subtle and subtle. And in the end, for certain people, you will not feel you're breathing at all, but the breathing will turn inward, like into deeper state. You will feel that the breathing is happening inside your dantian, lower dantian area. So in Chinese, we call this like Tai Xi. Tai means I don't know say in English. It's happening inside your body.
Like a mother having the womb, right? Having the baby
womb,
in the womb.
The breathing happening inside the womb. But for male, you don't have a womb, but it's happening inside your lower dantian area. You'll feel there is some certain movement, but you cannot describe it so clearly, but it's happening. It's called a Tai Xi. So when that happens, you will focus on that level, but the physical breathing will getting more subtle. It's very slight movement there. So, but do not pay attention to, do not like you are expected to happen. When it happens, it will happen. But when it's not happening, it's totally fine, right? So for beginners to practice Qigong, we say when you can focus on your breathing, when the movement, when breathing, it is okay when it help you to be more relaxed. But when you focus on the movement more, you will pay less attention to your breathing.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. And hopefully, if audience have any related questions about this, you're welcome to post it on the chat, in the chat area. And then so let me continue with the next question. Let me see. Okay, so here's the question. What Qigong practice would you suggest to help me quit smoking?
So the person want to quit smoking.
Yes, I guess I think this question can also be expanded to, for people who wanted to quit their bad habits, old habits, right? They realize that, for example, smoking or drinking too much is not supporting their life, and they wanted to change it. And probably they heard that, Qigong can help. And then, so what would you say to suggest them to, to change?
I will ask them why you want to quit smoking.
Oh, why?
Why? So
why
if you are smoking, there is a reason you start to smoke, correct? So until that reason changed, you won't stop. And there is nothing then can help you to stop smoking unless you decide to stop. Because the reason is you decide to start it. You are the one should be the one to stop it because you are the one to start it. You expect something else that external that to help you to stop it. Yeah? There are two situations here. One is you give up your control. You let other things like outside of you to decide whether you can or you cannot to stop smoking or other habit. The second, you become weak because you should be the one to have this power to control your own behavior, to decide whether you want to continue or stop certain action. So when you do that, you have the power to control your life, control your the future of you. But if you think, oh, if there is something, there is some tool or some pill or magical form can help me to stop that, you literally put yourself into a weak situation and give up all the control of your life. So there is no certain form existed can help you to stop that unless you decide to stop. So actually you don't need external help, but only help you need is along the way. When you start to decide, I want to quit, you may need certain help to help you, because you may feel uncomfortable, you may feel the urge to get back to the certain, but if your decision is strong enough, you will do something differently. Not just, oh, I feel so uncomfortable, maybe just once, maybe just let me soothe this feeling this time, and I will do that tomorrow. So when you do this, I always think like this, you just give up. You just give up the chance that you can continue walking along the way, or do different, to get rid of this old bad habit. So when we say a habit, you need certain time to form a new habit. The Qigong can help you do this kind of help you to, you need to help other thing, maybe help you to form a new habit to replace this old habit. When you crave for a smoke, or maybe someone's candy, the sugar, certain other things, they're actually looking for something. Someone looking for joy, maybe, or find an excuse to get off such certain stress. So that's why they pick up smoking, they pick up other things, eating, a lot of different bad habit. Unless they find another way to replace that action, to give them certain amount of relaxation, a joy, they will come back always. They will go back to the old habit, right? A lot of people did that, and it's very hard to help them to get rid of this old habit. But you need to be the one to decide. That's why I say, before you decide, Qigong or any other things cannot really help you. So you have to make decision that I want to get rid of this habit. But once you make that decision, actually you are already half successful, get rid of that.
Okay. Yes, that's helpful. And I guess people who are asking that questions, they have some sort of conscious about quitting the smoking. But you're right, and how determined they are, and it's all up to themselves, right? If they are determined, they will find a way. And of course, Qigong can help along the way. The one thing I can understand about Qigong practice to help quitting smoking or deal with other addiction is that, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, Master Dai. And so I think what Qigong can help is, like you said, to forming a new habit, okay? And then at the same time, because I found that people who are addicted to something is usually they're weak in the body and the mind situation. So their conscious is not that strong, so that they will easily fall into the addiction. So in order to support them in get rid of the addictions, Qigong is a great way, because when you have abundant Qi, can support your life energy, can support your body function and the mind, and all of a sudden you will feel that your body and mind, you're more of a control of your body and mind, and to become more conscious, and then you will make a good decision whenever something happens, whenever you feel like, oh, I need to get back to smoking, or I need to get back to my sugar. But and then you have built a stronger conscious, and then you'll be able to tell, hey, no, this is not good for me, I can stop, right? So in that way, Qigong can help because the Qi, we replenishing Qi by practicing Qigong, and then the Qi can support our functions of body and mind. Am I right?
Yeah. So because of people, they don't, the major, like the most important thing in your life is maintain a certain balance. When imbalance happens, people trying to find certain way to get back to the balance, but they are not doing certain thing to get back the original balance. They find a certain outside external help to get them to a new balance. But this balance make them to rely on certain thing. That's why the smoking or other things. To get rid of this, that means you become imbalanced again. To remove this support, outside external support, you will become imbalanced. So if you understand this, you need to go through this certain period of imbalance, then going back. If you through Qigong practice, Qigong will help you to go back to the original balance. So there are a certain period. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel I cannot do this, but continue to be consistent. Let Qigong help you to go back to original balance. Then it will solve all the problem. It will totally deal with the root cause of that problem. Do not looking for external support. Then you won't able to get rid of. Then this is hard for certain people get rid of smoking.
Okay, so you meant for people who, for example, quitting smoke and they take some pills, right? Take some medications. This is they're asking for to getting the outside support. That is actually causing maybe forming a new balance, but it's with the support from the external resources. So it's not an ideal way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, the balance, the imbalance caused by they pick up something to they like original, they want more happiness. So they looking for certain habit. They form certain habits like smoking. The smoking is external thing to help them to reach a certain high level. They think that will be a high level balance, but actually they rely on certain external help like smoking. Like you say, certain pill, certain people they're looking for, they rely on drugs. This is also external help. Now, so this external help maybe you feel temporarily reach a higher level balance, but this balance is not like a tangible thing to do. It not lasting longer. So you after a while you need to go to that place or do that thing again to help you to find that certain balance. But this is not a permanent balance. You cannot reach that through like smoking, through like sugars or other things. But through Qigong practice, it will help you to reach a higher level of balance, like permanently. This is happening inside of you. It's not happening outside of you. So if you're looking for reach higher level, become healthier, become more joyful, practice Qigong is internal help. It not rely on external help. That will help you to reach that higher level balance.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Master Dai. Okay, so the next question. Okay, let me see. Okay, during your life healing session and also Coach Delphine's guided Qigong, you guys mentioned that using imagination and visualization. So can you explain why Qigong needs imagination and visualization and how to do it?
Visualization, yeah. This is a very different than other practice Qigong has, and Qigong has this unique, actually, it's a unique feature, unique certain form using visualization, imagination. Like if you do exercise, physical exercise, normally you won't need to visualize, right? You just focus on what you're doing. Or certain time, most of the time, people wear a earphone to listen to music. They are not concentrated on what you are doing. But Qigong practice will work only if you concentrate to the result you want. So for people, a lot of people, they are not reach the certain condition that you want something to happen, but this is not a reality for you right now. So how to do that? Through imagination, through visualization, to put yourself into that condition, to help you to visualize the end result is happening. You are living in that result. Will help you to reach that goal more quickly. And this is how Qigong works. Because if you do not put yourself into the certain situation, Qi won't know what you want. You know, to Qi, there is no good or bad. Even you know, mentally, you know what is good, what is bad. But for Qi, there's no certain thing that good or bad, or what you want. You have to tell what you want to Qi. So how do you tell it? Through imagination, through visualize. Put yourself, because when we visualize, we're not just thinking about it. It's different than positive thinking. When you do positive thinking, a certain part of you do not believe it. You can do that. Well, mentally, we think logically. We think one thing. Oh, I hope this happens. I hope I have $1 million. But a different part of you, I think that's not possible. How will that work? How can I do that? So you're not believing yourself. But visualize, like it is not simple logical thinking. It's not logical. It's sometimes, a lot of time, it's illogical. Like when you visualize, when you sit there and close your eyes and visualize, you are now sitting on the moon. So logically, you think that's not possible, right? You're not sitting on the moon. You're sitting on a chair. But when you visualize, you remove that part of mental function and totally put yourself into that situation, put it into that environment that, oh, now I'm sitting on the moon. And for Qi, there is no right or wrong. So it will pick up this information and create a certain environment for you. Although it will depend on your ability, how long you practice. The more you practice, the ability will become more stronger for you. So when you think, oh, I'm totally healthy, so the Qi will help you to put yourself into that situation gradually. So that's why we practice Qigong. We always visualize certain things. We should visualize ourselves into a certain condition, create that future for us to make that happen quickly, and also like this is a holistic way. When you think logically, actually this is separate into different parts. It's like doing division. I have a good, I have a bad, divided into two parts. When you visualize, this is a whole, it's like an entirety, thinking entirety. So it's when you do this increase, like improve your health. That's why we do this like a holistic health. Qigong is holistic health way to do so.
If so, I have a question. So for those who really think, okay, logically, I understand what you say, but still, I find it's difficult to visualize, to imagine what to do.
This is reasonable because when we were born, we were a baby. It is actually come natural. You.
And also when we were young, I think we were all little ones, children.
Before you know how to speak, you were thinking in your mind. It actually is a whole visualize. This is the first ability you do. But once we learn a lot of knowledge and went through schools, we learn how to use our mind like logically, but we gradually lose the ability to think, use the visualization, imagination. Less and less we do that. We do so. Just like when you were young, you're thinking about a lot of things happening in your mind, and you visualize yourself become a hero, become a superhero, and do certain things. But your parent or grandparents say, don't just sit there and daydreaming. Do something. Work on your homework. So you go back to the reality and do certain things, and gradually lose that because you think, oh, when I imagine things or visualize things, we are doing that. It's very childish, right? Certain people don't like this. I don't want to show people we're doing this. So this ability actually is come naturally when you're born. It's come with you. It's your ability to connect with the universe. Because the universe created you, and you born with that ability to connect with the universe. How to connect with the universe? Through imagination, visualization, through that. But later we feel this is childish. We do less about it. Even we just stay with ourselves, only ourselves. We won't do that because we feel silly to do so. Oh, I'm daydreaming. So this is why I feel it's become harder and harder to do so. Every time pick up something, want to think something, it's logic. And you will judge yourself. That's why we practice Qigong to pick up this ability again, to let us to go back to the stage that we were still a baby, a child. So let us to reconnect with the universe primitively. Just like that, just like the original state of the life, how it happened, how everything happened through imagination. It will happen. But when we now, what we can do, we can through certain training. We provide certain training for people to help them to how to visualize, what to visualize. Then gradually we'll repick this ability, amazing ability, through Qigong practice.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. You're right. I think everyone was born with this faculty of imagination and visualization. It's just our society, our education system train us to be less imaginative and less visualized. So we, gradually lose that faculty. But actually, this is a great, human capability, and then we should pick up and also use that to our own benefit. So it's a great question. Thank you so much. And so the next one is, let's see. Okay. It says, I have difficulty falling asleep quickly for over a year, and I tried something but didn't see much improvement. Can Qigong help, and what should I do?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yes. So it says, I have difficulty falling asleep quickly. So that happens for almost a year now, over a year. And then it says, I've tried something, but it doesn't work. I guess they maybe try some other practice, but it didn't mention some practice, but didn't work. Yeah. So they ask, is it like whether Qigong can help, and what should I do? What can they do?
Definitely Qigong can help. For me, for normal people, regular people, there are only two ways for them to replenish energy. One is through eating, one is through sleeping. So sleeping is quite important for daily replenish energy. Eating will consume more energy. Certain people overeat. So then at that condition, then sleeping become quite important for people, how to get healed, get recovered, right? Get replenished. So if you cannot sleep well, if you cannot fall asleep quickly, that means in your system, there is certain imbalance happening. So how to get back this balance will help you to get to sleep well. But because of this imbalance, that's why you cannot sleep. That become like a circle, like a deadlock. Because of your lack of sleep, your system become imbalanced, and your lack of energy, and that will make you even worse. The situation become even worse when you want to sleep. Because if you want to sleep, you must be relaxed. You must be you have the ability to be relaxed. So that's why you cannot fall asleep quickly. That's because your lack of energy and imbalance is already happening. So practice Qigong. We're not saying just practice Qigong once, you will get back to normal, like sleep well immediately. But practice Qigong will help you to get back balanced state gradually, and it will happen. It will happen if you practice more every day, consistently. It will happen when your system is getting back, get back to the balance. You will feel less stressed. You have more energy. When you sleep, your body will more easier to be relaxed. And also especially when you cannot sleep quickly because your mental function is like you always have a lot of thoughts is happening in your mind. Your brain cannot put into a rest state quickly. So a lot of qi in your body is drawing upward, like the qi in your body being separated, like two parts. One is gathered more into your upward, into your head and chest, and the other part is down to the lower part of your body. So your body's qi is like disconnected. It will help. That's why the system getting imbalanced. So through Qigong practice, we will reconnect those Qi. The upper Qi and the lower Qi will reconnect it. When you reconnect it, your whole system will become more balanced. And it's very easy to put you into sleep. Your body, your mind will relax more easily. So through Qigong practice, it will definitely help you.
Okay, that's good. But so people who wanted to see the change immediately, I think, because I understand that people who having the sleeping problems, they struggle a lot, because as you said, sleeping and eating are the two major sources for getting the qi, right, for ordinary people. So if you have difficulties in sleeping, definitely it's very challenging. It's a killing. It's really killing every day. Like you feel no energy and you cannot put your mind and body in a very relaxed state. So I can understand it's quite, frustrating. And but practicing Qigong cannot make you sleep all of a sudden, get back to sleep right away. But I heard that some people using some meditation music, listen to meditation music, and then it can help them to into some sort of calming state, and then help them to sleep, go to sleep better. What do you think?
Yeah, it will help. Definitely will help. Just like you're counting sheep, right? Remember counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Certain people use that way to count, because when you count sheep, 1 to 99 sheep, then you fall asleep. It will help actually put your mind into certain like a vibration, right? It do it continuously. This is vibration. So through music, through certain sound, it will give you certain vibration, help you to readjust your mind wave to adapt to that calm vibration, a certain vibration like alpha wave and theta wave. So certain music, when you listen to music or do meditation, your mind will get into a certain vibration, low That will help you to relax your body and relax your mental function.
Okay, it's good to know. Okay, I have here a question submitted by from the survey, and then it says the person is 79 years old. His doctor is prescribing the medication for high blood pressure. So he thinks that he could avoid medication with Qigong practice. Okay, he mentioned that certain Qigong practice, but haven't succeeded yet. So is it realistic to think of reaching this goal? So to treat his blood pressure issues with Qigong practice without any medication, is it possible?
It's not only possible, it definitely works, because it is an enormous case we've seen in the past. Qigong helped a lot of people, thousands and tens of thousands, and even a lot of people. They recovered from certain situation like high blood pressure and disease, and even tumors and cancers. Recovered from those symptoms and those scenarios through Qigong practice. The Qigong practice it's not working like a certain pill or certain surgery. It will help you to get back to the normal state, natural. It's not using outside tools. You use your own to reactivate your ability to heal. Our body, something happened to our body. We have certain symptoms like high blood pressure. This is because something happened in our past. It may be external condition changed. So if you rely on outside tool, maybe temporarily it will help you to ease the symptom, but it will not to get deep into the root cause, because it's happening inside, happening deep down inside the core. So only way to reach that deep is through Qigong practice. It will change what is happening in the core and get you back to the normal state. So that's why after you practice, it will depend on different people. Different people has different situation and different conditions. So how long and how quick, it will all totally different individually. Look at your situation. It will depend on your situation. So if in short term, after some time you didn't see the result, do not give up. Okay, do not get discouraged. Continue doing so. Continue practice. It will happen, because in a certain situation, you see other people. Oh, it happened to that person. It happened to that person. Why not me? Maybe I'm different. No, totally normal. A lot of people happen. Maybe certain people quickly, a few days, and so for certain people, it may be happening within months. So the key is doing it continuously. Do not stop. If you do stop, then outside situation is complicated. Okay, so if you're not strong enough inside, the outside will affect you. So we do practice every day, continuous, will help. We eventually get to the result you're looking for.
Okay, that's good. And I think I can add something to answering that question. Is I remember my father had high blood pressure for so many years. When he was, in the since he was in the late 30s, he was diagnosed with high blood pressure. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor says, oh, because of the genetic factors, right? And then in such a young age, he got, high blood pressure. And since then, the doctor prescribed him the medication. And then, so you can imagine he took the medication since the late 30s. And I remember we introduced to him the Qigong practice when that was almost 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? And then he was already over 60 years old. So after 20-something years of high blood pressure medication, his situation, you know, he is quite reliant on the medication. And then because the doctor also told him that he shouldn't stop his meditation, his blood pressure meditation, otherwise you'll put himself into a worse situation. And before he believed that, but after he's getting older, and then you know, of course the situation doesn't help. The medication never helped with his situation. And then we introduced Qigong to him, and he started to practice. The good thing is he didn't too much care about his high blood pressure. Instead, he just focusing on practicing Qigong because he said that he's gonna try this, he's gonna do this. He's not saying he's gonna try this. He said, I'm gonna do this because I've did other things and all of them didn't work. So I'm gonna do this because it seems like it's a very natural and holistic way to improve my health. So I'm gonna do this. So he did Qigong continuously for about, I think, few months. And then he started to, share with me that he sees his high blood pressure situation is largely improved. So he then gradually decreased the amount of medication. And eventually, in about a year, I think, he totally stopped the medication. So this is a true story that I wanted to share with everybody. So even if you're on the medication for so long, and the doctor put you on the medication for years and years, and you still have hope that you can get rid of this medication. And then your health can be recovered by just practicing Qigong. But the thing is, we don't focus on the situation, the health situation. Instead, we should focus on, building our health. That's why in Wanergy, our institute, we said that this is a new way to manage your health. Okay, we don't want to manage our disease. We want to manage our health. We shift our focus to our health, and then the health will happen. So I hope this will give you some hint. And back to you, Master. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. You're saying very well. We need to shift our focus to health, not disease, not a symptom. This is how Qigong help. Qigong will help you to always focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But the normal way of taking pills, just always remind you that what you have right now, right? I have a heart disease. That's why I need to take that pill. So this pill only stop it getting worse, maybe, or maybe prolong the time that it getting worse. But it will not heal you. A lot of the drug and this kind of treatment does not heal you. They just delay the situation getting worse. But Qigong practice just another way to do it, totally flip it to help you to go back to what is normal, what is the health for you, the normal health for you. So this is different approach. So we need to approach it differently also. So this is what I want to say. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Qigong is a different approach when it comes to, improve your health. Okay, so we focus on the health. It's not the disease. And then the Qigong can help improve our holistic health, right? The holistic situation of our being. Okay, health is just a portion of that. And let me see, do we have any questions submitted to the chat area? No, I didn't see anything yet, but thank you so much for joining us today for this live Q&A. If you have other questions, you feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at contact@wanergy.institute. I can leave email here, contact@wanergy.institute. Institute. You can send us an email and ask questions, or you can go to our live Q&A, the event post on our website, onenergy.info, and then submit your questions through there. Okay, so our website is onenergy.info, and you will find the event asking Master Dai. And then there's a link and you can click and submit your questions. And thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Have a happy weekend. Thank you, Master Dai.
Thank you. Bye-bye.